So desktop connector is something for the cloud drive for the Autodesk software. So this will be the agenda for today. So first of all, we're going to take a look on how you can get the desktop connector. And we're going to take a look on the desktop connector options at the bottom left corner of your taskbar. And we're going to take a look on the Autodesk Fusions for the desktop connector, the files inside the Autodesk Drive, Autodesk Docs, and the data panel for the Autodesk Docs. Right, so for those who don't know what Desktop Connector is, it's function for you to link the uh, uh, cloud drive, right, with your local drive, right? So for the Autodesk, they have a different type of cloud service. One of those is such as Visions. You can store files inside of clouds, and you have a drive. So I believe those that subscribe to product design and manufacturing, as well as the architectural engineering collections, will get access to the Autodesk Drive, which will allow you to store file somewhere around 25 gig, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, some of those you would like to access it directly from your browser or your internet, and also you would like to access from your local drive as well. So this is where Desktop Connector comes in. You can not having to open up the web browser in order for you to access your file, the cloud file, that directly from your PC. Right. So let me show you a bit where you can get the desktop connector. So first of all, you can just download it from your Autodesk account. So for those that have access to Autodesk Drive or Autodesk Dock, you should be able to find the desktop connector directly from your Autodesk account. So I have logged into my Autodesk account, and you should be able to find the desktop connector right from here. So this is where you can download. And once download has been done, you can install it. And once the installation has finished, you will find the desktop connector available from the taskbar drop down here, and you can find the desktop connector right from here. If you don't see it from here, you can also find it on your all applications and find the Autodesk folder. You should be able to see the desktop connector from here. Okay, so let me just open up the desktop connector here. So first of all, you will see the draft that you have, but before that, you need to sign in first. So if I take a look at the gear button here, so I already signed in. So the first thing that you will see when you open up the desktop connector is that you will see something like this. Let me just turn off. Right, so you should be able to see this. Welcome to desktop connector. So you can just sign in, and it will access any of your cloud drive that you have. Right, so it will link that. So if you have Doc, or if you have Fusion, or if you have the Autodesk Drive, so all of this will be linked, and you can find and access it from the desktop connector from here. Right, so you will see the Autodesk Dock, you will see the Fusion, and also the Autodesk Drive here. But not much to can see from the Fusion, but mostly for the Dock one, we have a bit more options that you can do it from here. But first of all, if you need to take a look on the what informations about the desktop connector, you can go to the gear button here, and you can go to the help button over here, and this one will open up the desktop connector help, and you can also see the guide. But let's say one of the information that I would like to see is to check what file that is supported and what type of file is not supported. So for that, I can go into the getting start. I can go to the quick start guide, and should be we have supported and unsupported files. The normal file usually you should be able to see it from here, right? So we have the Microsoft Office, okay, so the regular files, and you also have Autodesk files such as 3ds Max, AutoCAD, Inventor, etc. If you have SolidWorks, you should be able to use this. Right? If you want to see what are the files that not supported, you can scroll down from here and you should be able to see the unsupported file format for the desktop connector. Okay, let's take a look on your desktop itself. So at the front here, nothing much to see. You can go to your local PC. So if I go to my PC over here, so first things you will see two drive here. One is the Fusions and the other one is for the Autodesk Drive. And for the Autodesk dock one, you don't see it from here, but you can find on the 3 panel over here. You should be able to see the Autodesk dock. It's actually put right over here. So the first thing is, let's say I go to the Fusion itself. You should be able to see the project that you have inside of Fusion. So if I make a comparison from here, so I have this ACAD system Penang. I have the Yoko Autodesk, THLIM. So all of those can be found from here. And if I want to check, I can go inside and check a bit details inside here. But for the Fusion itself, not much that you can do from here apart from to view the files. You can also move the files, but you cannot delete or cut it. For example, let's say if I would like to create a new folder. So let me just go into the we just go over here. Okay, so all right, so already go into the Fusion folder over here. So currently I will have a log create folder. Let's say if I would like to create a new folder from here, so I can just right click, show more, and new folder. Okay, maybe I can give it a name. Okay, and one of those items that I want from here, maybe I would like to move a wooden toolbox or different type of equipment. So I can just simply drag and drop. So you can still manage moving around by drag and drop. So I have that files inside of the example store. So if I open up my Inventor, you should be able to see that there are updates over here. So I can just click refresh and you should be able to see the new folder and the part that I have from here. Now, let's say I would like to move this wooden toolbox into a log crate, right? So if I were to do it from here, I cannot using this to cut or copy. So you don't have an option from here aside from view or copy link. But in this case, what you can do is that you can use the drag and drop again. So I will open another folder. Okay, I will access the same folder and we have the example store. For this case, I would like to go with the low crate and I would like to move this into the low crate. So that is pretty much how you can do it to move around the file or manage the file. So if I go back here, so I believe, yeah, so now it's put it inside of this low crate. Right, aside from here, you can also do this to quickly view the file from the web browser. You cannot view it from here. So what you can do is you can just right click, show more options, and you can view online. This will open up the web browser and the location for your Fusion team. Right, so I believe we have some problem over here. Let me just try again. I believe probably because I just recently copy or move these files. Let me just copy a link and maybe I try again for view the online. Okay, cannot see. I believe probably because we just move this new. Right. So not much you can do with the Fusion one. So let's take a look back. So other things that we have from here is the uh, Autodesk Drive. So Autodesk Drive is something like a Google Drive or OneDrive or a Dropbox. So basically you get somewhere around 25 gigs. So I can open up, and if I want to store some things, the files, so I can just drag and drop. I can also, I believe you can also copy and paste. But from here, let's say if I would like to view the file directly from the web browser, so you can type in Autodesk Drive. So once I've signed in, I should be able to see the file over here. So you can see the comparison between the online one, the cloud one, and also the files from your local. Now, if I take a look, one example, the folder here. So I have some symbol status over here. So if I take a look at this option over here, so this is basically the file over here. So the status here, the tick mark indicate that the file here is actually available inside my local drive, where the cloud one is not inside of my local drive, but it's inside of the cloud one. So maybe I would like to access the files to edit or something. So what you can do, you can just open and automatically it will sync these files and download this into my local drive. And other ways for you to do that, you can also sync, but if you just open, should be it will automatically sync as well. So if I try to open this file here, okay, so it will take a bit times to load, but if I show you, okay, so let me just make a change from here, just for example. Right, so I can hit save, close, and this while you will be able to see a sync like this. So one syncs. So let me just refresh. Sometimes it will take a bit sometimes. Right, so you can see it sync. Once the sync has been finished, you should be able to see the file from the web browser or from the cloud. You should be able to see the update here. Now, another things, sometimes maybe you want to free up your local drive. So you just want the file to be on the cloud and not on your local. So what you can do is that you can right click and show more, and you can select free up space. So it will remove the file from your local, but it will still available inside of the drive one, sorry, the cloud one. Now, if I see over here, I believe not yet finished. Okay, so it's only tick. So if I were to refresh from here, now you should be able to see that we have a new update. So let me just check if I can view this file. And once done, you should be able to see the new update. Okay, so I believe because we just upload it, so it will take a bit times to refresh. Okay, so let's take a look on the other things. We have the last one is Autodesk Dock, or this is the same if you have Autodesk BIM or Construction Cloud. Okay, before you use the doc one, you need to specify the project files that you can access. So if I open up the desktop connector, so I switch to doc one from here. So first of all, you can select the select project. Okay, so with doc, you will find the desktop connector a bit more options that you can manage the files. Okay, so when I open up the project here, so you can select the project that you want available inside of your desktop connector. So just tick. So for my case, I pick both. So both of the file or both of the project will be available inside of my drive. Now, if I open up the desktop, the Autodesk dock, now I'm able to see both of the project. So you can see one of the file from here, for example. Now, if I go back over here, so I open up, okay, so you can see we have the same things, two project. If I open up project plan over here, I should be able to see my uh, my parts or equipment that I have. Save it right over here, right? So this is basically the part here. Okay, so for this part here, you will have a bit more things that you can do. So if I go to this file location over here, you can see I can input the packet files. For the docs, mostly it will be used for the constructions for AEC, but it's also supported for those that use 3DMC. If you have Inventor files, can also be stores and can also be view, link, and so on. And if I were to right click, not like the Autodesk Drive and also Fusion, you will have like a regular Windows options. And if I go to show more options, you will see we also have the desktop connector option over here. So with the Autodesk dock, usually you will be able to see the information that you have from here. Okay, let me just switch to different project. If I open up the same project that I have over here, should be right over here. Okay, so I have this file so that I can view easily from here. And I can also see the information, such as if you make some updates or save, it will save as a different versions, as a new versions automatically. And you can also trace back who made the change, if there are review status and so on, who made when the update has been made. So you can trace right over here. Okay, so if I take a look here, you can see it's also support for the inventor files. So if I open up this base file from here, you can view the inventor files easily from here. Okay, so for the dock for the desktop connector, you should also able to see the informations from here, like the version one, the size, who made the change, when the last update. So for accessing that, what you can do is that you can go to the desktop connector again, and this time you can click at the data panel. So the data panel one will allow you to see the information that you have for the file that you have selected. Because normally when you select the file, you should be able to use the preview over here. But if you use the file inside of the Autodesk dock, you cannot see anything. So in this case, you can use the desktop connector. Okay, let me just try to pin. If I click one of the part here, you will see that it will be loading. So for this case, I believe you also need to have a good internet connections, probably because I'm live on YouTube and also Zoom meeting, so it does not able to have or to load the file from here. But normally you should be able to see the information for the file that you selected. So you can see the file from your Revit, the AutoCAD, and even for the Inventor file as well. So let me just show you one example. So if I take a look back over here, what you will see is something like this. Okay, so this is the examples for the Inventor file. So for example, I click at the table clamp over here, it will show you the preview. And since this is an assembly files, the desktop connector able to find the individual part and show inside of this assembly of the part over here. So you can see the version. So if I made some update or change, so it will update to version 2. So you can see the file size. You can see when the files has been edited, modified, who made the change. So this is the type of information that you can see from here. Okay, sometimes when you click at the files, you can see the informations, but you cannot see the image from here. So if that's the case, so what you can do is that you can right click at the file and select show more, and you can select the desktop connector as well, and you can select create viewable. So when you create viewable, so it should be able to appear on the desktop connector. But for my case, I cannot see all of this because of the probably the data that cannot be sustained for the desktop connector. Right. So other things that you can access from here is that you can quickly open up inside of your web browser. Maybe I would like to open the Autodesk doc, right? So I needed to go and then I need to sign in and so on and find the link. With this case, you can just right click, and when you able to see the link, so you can just click view online. So automatically it will open up the file locations directly. So you will save a bit of times if you want to go into the web browser, just like we done with the Fusion and also the Drive. Right, so that is basically what Autodesk Desktop Connector is.